Hi everybody, it's Marty Hosking, Keller Williams, Greater Omaha, and I was just taking a couple notes here about the market, about what's going on out there, and I did notice in an email that one of you had a question about, what if I were to narrow it down to three things that I would do right now in real estate, what would I focus on, or what would I do? And if I could name three things, that's what I'm going to do right now. That's the topic today. First of all, I would buy dirt. Yeah, that was the number one message of Gary Keller at our 10,000 person gathering in Orlando last month or 3 weeks ago, was you need to buy dirt. There's just not enough housing. We didn't catch up from the housing start losses after the recession, and then this just hit us again, the pandemic. So we are way behind on provision of housing for our growing population. Every city has its own statistics on that, but Omaha is no exception. And we're noticing that by the fact that we're selling just as many houses as we had been, but the demand for them is greater, therefore the competition is greater. So in a way, it's really not a lack of inventory, it's actually an excess of buyers, excess of need that looks like a lack of inventory. But the bottom line is we need more houses. And if you're going to do anything, you're going to want to buy land. Buy land as much as you can in areas that are looking like they will be developing. That's number one. Number two, invest. So this is a great time to jump into the investment world. The best investors right now, the smart investors, are willing to even compete to get a property. And some of you might say, well, the investors I know, they would never compete. They're ready for the deal. And in my properties, I always have the guy or the gal who will just hand me a sticky note saying, I'll do this price for you, just find me a way to get it in there. And I'll say, and join everybody else on Tuesday when we're looking at offers. So those kind of investors, they disappear, but the smart ones are actually leveraging everything they have to get properties. And they're willing to compete, yes, because you want to get in the market. You can't start investing until you actually buy something. So if you're holding off on that for the best time, we all know that timing a market doesn't work. That any time you can get started is a good time to get started. That's number two. Number three, sell. This is a great time to sell. If there's any reason whatsoever to make a move in your life, any reason whatsoever to make a move, whether it is to move up or to move down, to get larger, to get smaller, to resize, to go from a house to a condo, to go from a condo to a house, this is the time to maximize your return on your investment. Of course, and then we dealt with this in a previous episode, but I'll just touch on it briefly. The biggest concern that people have, or that I hear a lot, is that, well, there's nothing to choose from. Well, thousands of houses are being bought and sold every month, here in Omaha. So it's not that there isn't anything to buy, or that it's a bad time to buy. It's that if you get the right agent, if you have the right strategy, and you know what you want, this would be the time to actually get the money that you're getting out of your house, maximize the return off that, because we're up on average 10% in terms of values. Go ahead and get that money, and then use that money toward your new house. And yes, you are going to have to compete a little bit for your new house or your new home. Yes, you're going to have to do a little bit more strategy on that, but with great advice, great agents, and usually in our case, we use more than one agent. So I work with another agent. We actually work in tandem, in team, in order to get that, because it just takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of focus, and takes a lot of strategy when we're actually competing and then negotiating. But you actually take advantage of this time to get that, because your interest rate is low. You're still coming out ahead, okay? So use this time to make those major, serious moves in your life. Buy dirt, invest in something, and sell what you have, and make that move now, okay? Well, we got a great market. Thanks for joining me, and if you have any more questions, keep them coming. I really appreciate the questions, and one of your questions may lead to an episode here very soon, okay? Have a great one, and of course, if you need anything else, give me a call. I'd love to talk. Bye now.